Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Thursday, June the 4th, and we've got a different subject this morning that we haven't dealt with for a little bit. Our next guest was on with us last year. She wrote a book called In the Blood. It deals with vampires. She's won a couple of awards for this. She went to Transylvania looking for Dracula. I would imagine. I've got Delia Remington with us. Good to have you here, Delia.
Thanks for having me. This is great.
Now, you did go to Transylvania, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I got to go and see Dracula's hometown and speak while I was there. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, this book that we talked about last year and the year before last called In the Blood, what's it about?
Mm-hmm. Marie Antoinette as a vampire, and she's living in St. Louis, and she sees some of her things come up on an auction site, some of her previous, things that she used to own, shoes and whatnot, and she can't resist trying to get her stuff back. And when she tries to do that, then it sets off the people who've been chasing her since the French Revolution. So it's set in present day, but there's a lot of historical flashbacks and whatnot.
Right. Now, what got you interested in writing about vampires?
Oh, man. Well, I had a lot of different things, but, I've always liked horror in general. I think it's something where it just evokes a lot of emotions out of people, and it makes you I feel like, I can look at, like, if I read a Stephen King book, I'm thinking, well, God, my life might have a bad day, but not as bad as The Stand, or whatever. I look at books like that, and it makes, it gives me, some way to handle when bad things happen. And so for me, like, vampires, I've loved them since I was little, and, I've had a lot of experiences with, my neighbor was in the Dracula play, and so that was really instilled in me, that kind of interest in that, because I really was convinced he was Dracula for a long time after that. Do you ever frighten yourself when you're writing this stuff? Do you think, wait a minute, could this really happen? Yes, sometimes. Sometimes. Vampire things, no. But like ghosty things, like creep yourself out pretty quick.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're writing and you're home alone at night and there's a storm brewing with lightning and thunder in the background and you're in the house all by yourself, do you ever look over your shoulder and say, oops, is anybody there?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes, yes. But, I think for me, it helps to make it possible for you to cope when bad things happen in a lot of ways. It teaches you resilience. When you read a book like, I don't know, anything by Stephen King, it's people with this insurmountable odds that they're fighting. And, it teaches you how do you handle that? So, there's resilience of the human spirit. So,
okay.
To me,
tell us about the other book that you wrote.
Well, I've got a short story anthology that I put out last year called Dark Conjurings, and it's a short story anthology that I put out with 5 other people. It's just like different kinds of horror short stories. So there's some ghost stories, there's a werewolf story, there's a vampire story. So it's a wide variety of things. So that we put out like October last year, so Halloween. The foreword was written by Sarah Reed, who she won a Bram Stoker Award last year. That was real exciting to get to work with her and such a great group of people. There was a lot of fun.
All right, so where is the book available?
Well, you can find it on any of the online stores like, Barnes & Noble and whatever. But they also have, if you go to bookshop.org, that supports independent bookshops, like Skylarks in Columbia and, lots of others. But but bookshop.org will do that. And you can order books, and then, small bookshops will supply those books. And so you can find my books there, Dark Conjurings, In the Blood, all the rest of the vampire series, all of those will be there.
All right. And you won, Delia, you won several awards, correct?
I have, yes. The Dark Conjuring this year won the silver medal from Ben Franklin Awards, the Independent Book Publishers Association in horror. So we were really excited about that. And it won the gold medal in the ELIT Awards for an anthology. So that was for ebook version. But it also is a Midwest Book Awards finalist, and so we're waiting to hear about that. So, we're really excited.
Best of luck with that. Do you have any more trips planned back to Transylvania, to Dracula's hometown?
I had hoped to get to go this year. They were doing it this year, but they've had to push that back because of the, COVID, obviously. So, I don't know if that'll be next year, maybe. I was supposed to go to a couple of things in Atlanta and different places, and I don't know if those are going to happen or not. I hope so.
Well,
yeah.
We got about 30 seconds left. What was the most surprising and the most frightening thing that happened to you when you were in Transylvania?
There were wolves outside of our hotel.
And was there a full moon?
It was, yes. We had just gone up, and they were reading horror stories up in the graveyard up there, and the wolves congregated outside our hotel.
The wolves were there, and you had a full moon. All you needed was Dracula.
I know.
All right, Delia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for visiting with us today. Best of luck with the book, and we'll talk to you again sometime soon. Okay, we're out of time. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow for Radio Friends, where we'll be visiting with Kathy Salter. Everybody knows Kathy. Have yourself a nice day, and if you're going to be out and about, wear that mask. Okay, bye bye for now.